What's up, guys? Gaonan here, and welcome to episode 4 of Drafting to Masters. In our last episode, we did our first draft in the new draft format, and in case you missed it, I've included the playlist for this season in the top right corner of this video. I'm excited to get into our second draft of this new format and am looking forward to getting into understanding what strategies work and don't work so that I can help people get better at this game. If you need more than my videos to get better at this game though, I do offer personalized one-on-one coaching sessions. So if that's something you're interested, I've included my contact information on the screen now for my Discord and my Gmail so that you can contact me to understand what my coaching rates are. But without further ado, let's get into another draft. Ooh, we have got some nice choices here in this first pack. I like Infernal Tyrant quite a bit, but it does have the potential to wipe your board. Vanquish is just a solid removal spell that leaves us very open. Hunter's Harpoon is really nice. Being able to put this on a flyer and then draw a card every turn is super strong, hard to beat. And I'd say those are the 3 cards you should really be looking at. For me, I'm just going to take the Vanquish here as it leaves me the most open because I'm not exactly sure what's going to be coming my way, and I think it's very strong. I just don't know about the strategies that would then use these cards and if you're really able to get there with them. So I'm just going to take Vanquish, which is just generally good. Okay, Nesting Aviasaur is a nice 3/3 flyer for 4 with some additional text on there. Other than that, not a whole lot in this pack for us. Could take Bang Sarasaur, but I'm just going to take the flyer and see if we end up in good old Comberlegion, the staple from set 1. We've got some really nice choices here. Snow Pelting is decent removal. You've also got Trailmaker for nice fixing. You've got Nocturnal Creeper as a good early drop. I'm just going to go for the Trailmaker here. Helps us fix for all our different colors that we might have in our deck and helps us ramp into higher levels of power. Don't know how good Snapping Brushstalker is. It is another dinosaur. I think there is the potential for like a dinosaur deck in this new format. Snapping Brushstalker is a pretty good one, and there aren't usually a ton of spells out there, but there might be more in this new format than I'm used to. Other reasonable picks would be things like Yeti Snowslinger. Surveying Mantisaur is a nice dinosaur payoff as well. But I think I'm just going to take the Snapping Brushstalker, even though it can be a little awkward as far as tempo. So yeah, we'll take that here. Jotun Punter is nice, but we're not really in the Yeti deck. We are much more so in the Dino deck, and Fishing Dinoc is a good payoff for that deck. A 6/6 for 5 is a real threat, so I'm going to take the Fishing Dinoc here. We keep seeing dinosaurs. Surveying Mantisaur is another solid dino for us. Could also take Ice Bow as some removal, but we'll take the Mantisaur and see if we can't get this dinosaur deck to come together. Not a whole lot here for us. You could take Serene Excavator. I don't think Snowfort's really worth playing. An Excavator probably isn't either if you don't have the Sentinels, but I feel like it's more likely to be played than Snowfort is, so we'll take it. Could take Enraged Arachnodon here. You also have Scourstone Sentinel, but without any other Sentinels, I don't know if he is worth it. So we'll take the Enraged Arachnodon here and see if we can't continue to build on this Dino synergy we have going right now. Dispel is decent removal. I like it more than Surso's Meddling, but this is pretty reasonable as well. But I'm going to take the Dispel since it cycles itself. I guess we'll take Last Light Infusion, but probably not going to play it. Neither of these cards will we play, but we'll take the Yeti Spy and a Recalculator anyway. Okay, so this is kind of interesting because you could take Display of Instinct here. Sudden Schism is pretty good as well. Infuse Guardian is just a solid card. Is Display better than Vanquish? That's kind of one of the questions I'm asking myself. There's also Bannerman to take for the fixing. which could be good here. I don't think I'm going to take the display, but it is a very reasonable place to go because you do have carnivorous sauropod in these packs as well, which is another dinosaur for us. So maybe we should take this display of instinct and see if we can't make Genev dinos work. I think I'm going to. Okay, you do have Crested Runt, which is another dinosaur. You do have plenty of dinosaurs. Would I play this? Other option is Token of Honor, Sandcrawler, Infused Guardian. Fledgling Aviasaur is apparently a dinosaur as well, which I did not remember. So that could be a reasonable pickup here. Don't know if it's worth picking up over something like Sandcrawler though, because it's just a solid card. I kind of just want to take the token though, because I feel like it fixes for a couple of our colors, potentially 3 if we do get enough good fixing to play both Vanquish and Display of Instinct. So I think I've convinced myself to take the Token of Honor here, since fixing is harder to come by in this new format. Okay, so we got the dinosaur that we wanted, Carnivorous Sauropod. There's also a Ractodon egg, which spits out a dino for us, but I'm just going to take Carnivorous Sauropod, probably one of the best 7-drop dinos you're going to get, so very happy to see it. This time I think I will take the egg. Could take Huntsman or Scorpion as well. I think both are reasonable, but I'm kind of going all in on these dino synergies we could potentially have. So I'm going to take the Arachnodon egg here, even though I think it's a worse card than both Scorpion and Coastal Huntsman. Mighty Strikes is a reasonable way to close out a game in Genev, so we'll take that. A second Mighty Strikes and its foil. I would like to take it, but I'm going to take the Token of Instinct instead. It's always nice to just have more fixing so that we can make sure we can play these fire cards that we're picking up now. Wow, Glacier Shaper is very nice. We don't have much that can work with the Glacier Shaper at the moment. Is it worth taking over fixing? It probably is. So I think I will take the Glacier Shaper here. All right, we get the Coastal Huntsman now. This is a nice pickup because we definitely need more early bodies. Court Mage is very reasonable. I will take that. Mischief Yeti is okay. I guess I would play it before I would play Crystal Dirk, so we'll take it here. Don't think we're playing either of these cards. Ooh, more good dinosaurs. Cliff Diver Manosaur, I think, is just a solid card on its own. And now you're talking potentially a payoff for being in dinosaurs. I think I like it more than a second Carnivorous Sauropod. So we'll take the Manosaur here and see what happens. Okay, so we get the Scorpion anyway. We could take another Mighty Strikes or something like that, but I'd rather get some of our early game locked up. So we'll take Scorpion here. If we find Ice Bow in pack 4, this guy gets a lot better. If we find Dragon Breath, he gets better. So I like Scorpion quite a bit. Interesting choices here. And what the heck is the person next to us drafting? Like, there's good Genev cards, there's good Ixten cards, there's good Feln cards, there's good Xenon cards. Only thing it looks like that's gone is Justice. So they must be in Justice. So I guess we should stay away from that, which don't have a problem doing right now. Could take Porcelain Mask for some interaction, and it gives all our big dinos Overwhelm, so that could be pretty good. Could just take another Carnivorous Sauropod. That's pretty much what I'm between. I don't really think I want Temple Artisan or Acantha's Outrider or a second Huntsman at this point. So I think I'm just going to take another Carnivorous Sauropod and go further into this dino deck we're building. Alright, so this time instead of just taking a dinosaur to take a dinosaur between another sauropod or aviasaur, I'm going to take the Power Breach Sentinel. Card is powerful enough on its own that I'm happy to have it, and it helps us get to higher levels of power so that we can play those sauropods for 7 and get to our more expensive dinos. So let's take the Power Breach Sentinel. Parry is fantastic, so good for us, works with Scorpion very well, and just helps protect our unit. So really like this card a lot, super happy to see it. Stoneshell Walker is good enough on its own as well. We could play it as a 5/5 for 5. Don't really have any other options here. Don't think I would play Mass Entomancy, so I'm going to take the Stoneshell Walker. We might play it, but we might not. Another piece of fixing if we want it. Could also take Plunder here. Don't think you'd really splash for Plunder though, so we're just going to take more fixing in Token of Honor. Alright, we'll take more fixing with Token of Instinct. And this time we'll take the Aviasaur. We can play it over Serene Excavator for sure. Here we'll take Pack Beast. I don't know if we'll play it, but if we're desperate for 2-drops, this guy helps us get to higher levels of power more quickly, so he might have a place in our deck. This time we'll take Crystal Dirk and Endure. Okay, so heading into this last pack, we're solidly in Genev at this point. We've got a good amount of bodies, so we're not desperate for those. We could use some more interaction likely, and we would also like more fixing as well, just because the more fixing, the better. So even though it's kind of boring, I'm looking at just taking a Legion Banner here. I think the other choice is Dispel basically, but other than that, I don't see a lot for us. Phasora is decent because it does help you bond out Surveying Mantisaur on turn 4, but that's really the only bond dino, and that's such a niche case that I don't think it's worth passing up fixing to take Phasora. So I'm going to take the banner here, and hopefully we get some more interaction in the rest of this pack. We'll take another Aviasaur. It's a solid dino, makes our more expensive cards cheaper, so I like Aviasaur a lot. It's better than Troublemaker is for us. Levitate is reasonable here as well, but rather just take Aviasaur since it synergizes with our deck so well. Hunting Terriax, that's pretty sweet. I don't think there's anything else we would take, so we'll definitely take Terriax here. This deck is shaping up very nicely with the Dino synergies. So this is interesting because you could take Trailmaker here, you could take Nocturnal Creeper, you could take Fishing Dinoc. I think all of these are reasonable. Question is, what does our deck really need? I think it does need more 2-drops if possible. Trailmaker is nice because it gets us to higher levels of power sooner. I don't really feel like I need this Nocturnal Creeper, so really I'm between Trailmaker and Fishing Dinoc. How many dinos do we have at the moment? Almost 12 dinos, so I don't think we're desperate for dino bodies, but this is one of the best payoffs for dinos as well. But I think I'm just going to take the Trailmaker because even without the dino synergies, getting up to higher levels of power, getting ahead of curve is going to be super helpful in this format, I feel like. A lot of the games seem to go long, so if you can get to your end game sooner and start doing more powerful things than your opponent, I think you have a good shot at winning. So I'm going to take Trailmaker here. Could take Ice Bow here, could also take Seek Power. Ice Bow does have some synergy and is generally just good on its own. Seek Power is just solid fixing though. So I'm going to take the Seek Power here. More fixing for us. Love it. We'll take the Skycrag banner. Don't think there's anything here for us. Maybe we play 10 the Flock, but I doubt it. Scaly Gruan is another dino. We'll take that as it definitely holds down the early game. Isn't that like the 3rd Desert Marshal we've seen? This time we'll take Yeti Snowslinger, really nice pickup here. Don't know if we'll play it, but maybe we would play it over like Pack Beast or Mischief Yeti. More fixing, so we have a ton of fixing. We'll take Lucky Prospector, but we're not playing it. And Dormant Sentinel we won't play. Alright, so first thing to do is take out all this power. So we're already at 18 power right now. because we have the Seek power, playing more units than I would like. So I'm going to check to see if I have any other attachments or spells that might help us out here rather than playing cards like Mischief Yeti and Glacier Shaper. Well, mostly Mischief Yeti and Pack Beast. I would like to get those out and get some other cards in. I think we can play Stone Shell Walker. And I think I would even play Tend the Flock before I would play Mischief Yeti or Pack Beast, just as a bunch of chump blockers. Clog up the board. Maybe even Crystal Dirk. Maybe Grandfather's Axe, but probably not. Yeah, let's not even joke around. We won't do that. Alright, so let's get the Mischief Yeti out of here. Let's get the Pack Beast out of here. I think all our 1s and 2s are really good. 3s look solid. Don't love Aviasaur, but could be okay for us. Glacier Shaper, we don't have many ways to renown it, so it's not great, but it is great with Mighty Strikes. And we have a whole bunch of 5s, which all look pretty solid. And I like our 6 and our 8 as well. So I think we can keep a Rakdodon Egg. So we just need one more cut at this point, and it's probably just Crystal Dirk. Other option is Tend the Flock, but maybe this just stalls out the game for us so that we can win in the air. We have 6 flyers, so I feel like Tend the Flock is going to be a little bit better for us than Crystal Dirk will be. So this is 18 power with the Seek power. So let's get all the special power added to the deck. Alright, that is some good fixing right there. So Time and Primal are our 2 main colors, which is great, and then we have 5 fire cards. So let's count the Time and the Primal first, see where we're at, and then we can adjust the fire as needed. So right now we have 12 Time technically. We have 13 Primal, that's incredible. And we have 10 fire. So our fixing is just nuts. I think we should go up a time sigil though, because then we're at 13 time, 13 primal, and 9 fire. Yes, that is incredible. All right, so I think this is our deck. Just want to close out this drafting and deck building portion of the episode by saying thank you for being here. I really do appreciate your support. I hope you're enjoying watching me navigate this new draft meta that we have so far. And I think it's been working out pretty well so far for me as far as understanding what are the directions I can potentially go in this new meta. As you saw, I valued fixing super highly in that draft, and it's really paid off because we have incredible fixing for this deck. So next what will happen is we'll go into the games portion of the episode where I'll first talk about the deck a little bit, how I think it's going to do, and then we'll actually see it in some games. So I hope to see you in my next video.